Now, Andrew, I've got one of the academics who has signed this letter today, Labor backbenchers among them as well, on the call for an increase in JobSeeker. Now, you and I have been doing this for a number of years together and covering budgets, and we know every year budgets come around, this call happens, but there hasn't been a move on JobSeeker for a long time now.
Yes, it's definitely a breakout move from these Labor backbenchers. So, taking part in a letter from the Australian Council of Social Service calling for the government to implement the 40% increase to JobSeeker that was recommended by its Economic Inclusion Advisory Task Force. The MPs concerned are Michelle Ananda Raja, Alicia Payne, Louise Miller-Frost from South Australia and Kate Thwaites. They all signed on to this letter which says, and I quote, "We urge you to adopt the priority recommendation of the Economic Inclusion Committee and raise the rate of income support in the budget." Then there is this very pointed line. We cannot leave people with the least behind. No one left behind, Anthony Albanese said during the election campaign. Well, the PM responded to this today and also to speculation there are concessions coming on single parent payments.
I know what it's like to grow up in a household reliant upon a pension, in my case, an invalid pension of my mother. I know the pressure that can place people under, and so, of course, it's unsurprising that people in the Labor Party want to do more, as all of us do.
As the son of a single parent, Prime Minister, it's fair to say you're going to reverse, or at least partially reverse, that Julia Gillard policy in terms of the age of children being, for parents being eligible to get it. What's the argument between raising it to 12 and raising it to 16, or is it just a revenue matter?
We'll deal with those issues are under consideration with the budget. Our budget has not been finalised. There's a range of people out there making comments who think they know what's in it. I'll give you a tip. The Expenditure Review Committee is meeting today. It's the second last meeting we'll have of the ERC, I would expect. We're still finalising the budget.
Under the single parent pension change that Julia Gillard made, if your youngest is 8, that's as long as you can get the single parent pension. I spoke there about ages 12 and 16. I wouldn't be surprised to see them land at 14 in terms of the youngest child here, Kieran. Anyway, when I spoke to the PM last week, he did seem to indicate they were going to make some change on JobSeeker as well, but that it would be minor, that the government were hamstrung by the budget environment. Is JobSeeker and single parent payments, could we see possible increases there given the cost of living crisis?
Well, Andrew, of course, 2 weeks to go till budget. I know that you are anticipating greatly the Treasurer's speech during Tuesday night, May 9, 7:30. Stay tuned there. That's when we make budget announcements. But a Labor government will always look for ways in which we can provide assistance to those in need. We'll do so, of course, though, in a context. The context here is we don't want to add to any inflationary pressure.